50 Cent. Oh, I love 50 Cent. Oh, 50 Cent is dynamic. 50 cents, baby. You know, we sold 50 cents the house. You know what I mean? He had the big house over there in Connecticut, and 50 cents said, I want the house. You got it, 50 cents. You got it. Yes.
What?
I love 50
You know he
cents.
used to box too, right? You make some money with that guy right there.
You know what? You got to understand, all blacks are fighters from the womb to the tomb. You know what I mean? You just be in different arenas, but fighting is the game.
Fighting, yeah, right. We got to fight regardless.
Now
right?
we're encouraging those of other persuasions to join into the fight for freedom, justice, and equality. And that means that we all got to fight together for the common cause we shall overcome.
Wow.
But time has changed, and change has come to America. Oh,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. This is a great
You
country.
see his button? You see his button right there? Who get the big one? He got all the presidents on there.
So is that
All 44 of them.
wow? And you got Obama finishing it right
Yes,
there.
right there. Never thought a black man would get to the White House in my lifetime.
That's crazy, right?
Can't be no hypocrite. Got to tell it like it is. But it's the zeitgeist. It's the spirit of the time.
I love this guy.
Change has come to America.
Yo, he has bling on his jacket,
Like it.
everything.
Yes.
I saw
yes.
that.
Yes, you see all
Yeah,
the
DVD.
old presidents there, you know, and the Mount Rushmore, and then we got Iwo Jima. Yes. Distinguishing touch of our great United States Marine.
But you needed to change Mount Rushmore. I
Yes.
think you should have been on there. You know.
Yeah, addition, baby, addition. Not in spite of, you know what I mean, but because of.
If they would have a Don King bill, like what dollar would you pick?
Yeah,
Would you
what
pick-
dollar would you want to be on?
I would like to be on the quarter or the 50 cents or the dollar, something that's going to be handled by the multitude. I'd like
No $3 bill, right?
Yeah,
No $3.
No, Rudyard Kipling said you have to be able to walk with kings, but yet keep the common touch. The common folk. You know what I mean? I'm one of them. You know, one of the masses, not the classes. You know what I mean? No matter how much money you get, you're still going to be dinged. You can't get around it, baby. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So dare not alienate, because you cannot assimilate. So what you do is you work together, and working together works. Black and white alike, working together for the betterment of the greatest nation on earth. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Pow.
Do you hang out with Clyde Frazier? You must hang out with Clyde Frazier. You don't hang out with Clyde?
I love this guy.
And Don, do you hang out with Clyde Frazier?
Oh yes, Clyde, he's
Because you guys, use those words in your rhyming when he does your commentating.
Yes,
Do the same thing.
We gotta get
It's
we gotta
real.
get him the freestyle for the
Yes.
hip hop fans. 'cause,
Yes.
You know how to rap?
Oh man, the hip hop. I'm the king of hip hop. James Brown was the godfather of soul. I'm the godfather of hip hop. Telling it like it is. Get
What?
the money.
King.
From Busta Rhymes and Dr. Dre and niggas with attitude, all of them, baby. NWA. You got to understand what is. I brought them all to my fights 20 years ago.
Wow.
Easy E.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, and watch them all demonstrate and bring life into reality. The hip hop artists, the rappers, were the bards of the ghetto, just like Shakespeare was the bard of Avon. You know, telling it like it is in song and rhyme, telling about
Tell it
how
like it is,
difficult
baby.
of the time. You know, playing the game and smiling and singing, but we had to stop that high profiling and that head dingling. You know what I mean?
That's your rhyme right there, okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about, maybe you could promote, some rappers beef. They have, rappers always going at each other. But
Yes.
we're gonna talk about your game, your video game.
Well, my
First.
video game would have saved all of our guys. You know, Tupac Shakur lost his life going after leaving one of my events. And then,
Oh, man.
you got
Serious?
them all there, so then you look at them, man, and you see lovely guys, brilliant minds coming out of the ghetto, the Jay-Z's and all the rest of them that's really coming out and making a lot of money, all born on these guys' back, you know what I mean, or whatever it would be. Don't need to kill each other, man. It's time to love each other, understand one another, work with each other, make the money together, invest the money, give back to the community. Community unity is where it's at. That's why I got the We game. The We game is life, man.
right.
Fighters are fighters, and there are people. People are fighters. So you got to fight for life. And when you're fighting for life, you got to do it together. You can't do it all by yourself.
Can I shout out the name of the game? It's called Don King Boxing.
Don King Boxing.
Wow.
Tell us what's in Don King's boxing video
How
game.
come this never came out years ago? Like-
Yeah.
Well, you know how it is, man. We know how come we didn't have a black president.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
How come you guys couldn't get you this microphone unless you were talking rapping and hip hop and all that come in? You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got to understand, you
See?
got to deal with what is real, man.
Yeah, we had to wait to get
Yeah,
with 50 to get
yeah.
on this mic. See?
Yeah, the game,
shit.
man. The game
Changes.
was, used to be cop and blow. No more cop and hold tight and don't let go. You know what I mean?
Ooh, you just dropped some jewels on
yeah,
you,
you know what I
baby.
mean?
Killed
So,
it.
Ain't no more
are you in the
cop and
video
blow.
game? Are you in your video game?
Yes, and you know what, man? The game is an au natural. Just like my hair's au natural. My hair was kinky curly like any other black. You know what I mean? No mousse, no artificial preparation. It just pop, ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
Going to heaven.
We see that because we saw your
Yeah.
brother last week, Questlove. Is he related
Yeah.
to you?
Chris is a beautiful
No,
brother.
Questlove from the Roots.
Questlove,
From
yeah,
the roots,
yeah.
because I asked him, I said,
Yeah.
"Do you have beef with Don King?" Because his hair is crazy too. So
Yes.
I was trying to. I said, I'm going to interview Don King one day, and I'm going to bring this question up, and it's just a coincidence.
Similarity, you know what I mean? Similarity, but no disparity. We all working for the same cause of better America.
What music you want to hear? Come on, please.
Rhythm is our business, you know what I mean? So now anything y'all play is going to be good for me because life is just a bowl of cherries when you understand what the struggle is. It's a crisis for the rest of them. It ain't no crisis for us. We've been in a crisis ever since we've been here. So you got to understand that we can stand up and be accountable. Hit the music there. What do we want to hear?
50 Cent. We'll be right back.
50 Cent.
The fight is fixed, Don. Fight is fixed.
We're just like you, Don.
1-888-8.5. Go in.
50 Cent. 50 Cent, you got a game, baby. I'm going to give you one because I want you to stay strong.
Go right back.
And don't touch that dial, because we're going to be right back with the crack to make everything happen like it's supposed to be, and that's a fact. You can't do nothing off balance,
The
baby.
way he's coordinating right
Yeah,
now.
you can't do nothing off balance. You got to always be real, you know what I mean? Because if you can't call time out, sit in the substitute. You run out of gas, ain't no gas station in sight. You know what I mean? You got to deal with what is right, and the weed give you all the embodiment of what it is.
I could create my own like my own player. Like I create my own player on this too.
Yeah, and can fight your own guy on your own style.
So if I want to do 50 Cent and then I do Rick Ross on the other side, like can I do that? Can I?
Yeah, Rick Ross, I had him down there with Rick's a bad dude, brother. He's all right. Ross,
All right.
I'm going to give you a game.
All right, yo, show the
So,
picture.
let me
Put
see.
all these
So
games
you
that I
know
put
who-
down. You got Obama, you got Rick Ross, you got Donald Trump, you got who's the other one we gave a game to? We gave several games. Mark these
Who?
people down because you got to give them a game.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to send them Donald
Vanna-
Trump.
Oh,
You know,
Donald Trump. Okay.
Dana White, we got to send him
wow.
a game. Because these are the pioneers and the trailblazers, and I want them to be able to be revitalized. I want the moment to always be right. And this game makes you exercise. You can't play this game unless you participate.
Okay,
So
right.
you got to get your muscles and everything.
You got to be in shape. You got to be in shape.
It gets you in shape.
All right, so this is Rick Ross. You think that, like, you know who Rick Ross is? the
Yeah,
rapper,
man,
right?
I know Rick Ross. We had Rick Ross on our program.
But you know that he's a correction officer. He was, and he became a rapper. He's out of shape right now. Can he use that?
Get him in shape, get all that gordiness around him. If he was Spanish, he would be gordo. You know what I mean? And if he was white, he would be obese. But he's black, so he's fat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
How about we want Rick Ross and 50 to go at each other?
Who would you like? Your honest.
How would you promote that?
Listen, it would be a good promotion, of annihilation. Rick used to be what we call a screw, and when we was in a slammer, you know what I mean. So
Right.
Now I have to go. I love Rick, you know what I mean. I ain't gonna say it, but I got to tell you, 50 Cent's gonna be a bad MF, and that's my friend.
Right. So how would you promote that fight? Because these guys are now going at it as rappers, and we don't want to keep it, non-violent.
I think I have to get them together and let them have a passionate moment of delight to get their passion a good opportunity to be exploited, scintillatingly beautiful. And I want them to know that the Wii game will teach them how to do it. I want 50 Cent to get himself together. We're going to put him in a training course with the Wii. The only game that is going on what they call a DS, and it's a Nintendo. You know what I mean?
Right.
He already got a free one, so he ain't got to spend the $39.99. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get Rick Ross, who was with us with this little kid on Disney. What's that little kid's name that was on Disney? Corbin Blue.
Corbin
Yeah,
Blue.
little
Disney
Corbin
child,
Blue. I love you, Corbin.
Super niggas with the super fly.